stop everything. I've got 3 massive Celtic stories for you. Listen to this. Tomas Cvancara sends a confident message after his debut. Martin O'Neill speaks out on the Tynecastle red card and what really impressed him. And then there's a €3 million midfield battle that could shape the entire season. We bring you daily news to keep you right up to date with the mighty Celtic. Hit subscribe and join in. A huge thank you to all Celtic fans for reaching 1,500 subscribers. This is just the start. Hail, hail. Cvancara walked into Celtic like he'd been here for years, and if you watched that Hearts match closely, you know exactly what I mean. 3 days in Glasgow, straight into the starting 11, Tynecastle boiling, title pressure everywhere, and the big man didn't hide. He leaned right into it. 65 minutes, a proper scrap, and already you could see why Martin O'Neill pushed for him. This was not a gentle debut. This was survival football, and Cvancara looked comfortable living in it. The moment that matters most is the second goal. That move summed him up in one breath. Dyson pressing, Cvancara holding it, turning under pressure, powering forward like he's dragging defenders through Sucky Hall on a rainy night, and then that calm slide across for Yang to finish. No panic, no rush, just composure and intelligence. That is something Celtic have missed far too often in the final third this season. Not effort, not heart, but clarity when it actually counts. After the game, speaking to Celtic TV, he didn't dress it up or pretend it was perfect. He admitted it was difficult, admitted the chaos, admitted he can give more, and that honesty matters. He wasn't buzzing because of the assist. He was already thinking about how to improve. That tells you the mentality. He knows this shirt demands more than moments. It demands standards, and when he said, "It's not over until it's over," that wasn't a quote for the cameras. That was a statement aimed straight at this title race. He even picked up a booking after VAR, had a long look at a flashpoint, and honestly, I like that too. Controlled aggression, no fear, willing to mix it physically, but still sharp enough to play football. That's European street sense. That's a striker who knows the game isn't won politely, especially not when Rangers are watching every slip, praying for cracks like they always do. Let's be clear though, one assist doesn't solve everything. Celtic still need quality through the door before the window shuts, and that much is obvious. But Cvancara's debut showed something vital, presence, a focal point, someone defenders actually worry about. If this is just the starting chapter, then the run-in could get very interesting very quickly. So here's the question. I want you to answer honestly. After seeing that debut under pressure, do you believe Tomas Cvancara is the striker Celtic needed to drive this title push? Or is this another short-term fix that flatters to deceive? Hit that subscribe button to the channel and help us reach 1,700 Celtic fans. What pleased me most at Tynecastle was the noise, the edge, the tension in the air, because that's what a proper title race should feel like. Martin O'Neill saw it the same way. He walked out of that stadium knowing Celtic had been tested, pushed, dragged into a scrap, and still walked away standing. A 2-2 draw doesn't tell the full story here, because the story changed the moment Austin Trusty was marched early for a decision that still sticks in the throat. Let's be straight about it. O'Neill did not buy that red card for 1 second. He made it clear the referee got it right first time with a yellow, and VAR decided to play manager instead. The ball was moving away from goal. Trusty wasn't the last defender, and Dane Murray was covering. That's football sense. That's what the man in the middle saw before a screen overruled common sense. And suddenly Celtic are hanging on for the last 20 minutes, legs heavy after Bologna, lungs burning, and still refusing to fold. Despite that, the team kept responding. Negron puts Celtic in front. Yang does it again, twice. That alone tells you the mentality is there. Hearts hit back through Findlay and Braga, but even with 10 men, even under relentless pressure, Celtic never collapsed. That's character, that's belief. That's a team that still thinks it can win something special this season. O'Neill also made an interesting point about the bigger picture. Hearts being right in this title race has changed the feel of the league. It's not just the usual Glasgow chat. There's genuine jeopardy. The stadium was packed, loud, alive, and while he'll never say it loudly now that he's back in the dugout, you could hear it between the lines. This makes Scottish football better, more dangerous, more exciting. Of course, Rangers are lurking, always desperate to profit when Celtic stumble, always hoping someone else does the hard work for them. But what Sunday showed is this: Celtic do not panic, even when decisions go against them, even when the odds tilt. This team still fights, still scores, still believes. So here's the question I want you to answer honestly. After seeing that red card and the way Celtic still stood tall, do you believe this squad has the mentality to win the title the hard way? Or are the officials and fine margins going to decide this race before football does? Hit that subscribe button to the channel and help us reach 1,700 Celtic fans. 7 days left in this window, and Celtic are right up against it, scrambling, juggling, knowing fine, well, this squad needs more than hope and good intentions. The latest name doing the rounds is Felix Horn Meyer, a Norway international, 24 years old, currently pulling the strings at Brann, and suddenly right on the radar. Reports out of Norway say Celtic have identified him as a genuine target, and you can see why. 4 goals, 5 assists last season. A midfielder who actually wants the ball, who can move it quickly and give the game a bit of rhythm that's been missing far too often. But of course, it's never straightforward. Brondby are in the mix, and they're not messing about. They're ready to slap a bid of €3 million on the table and see who blinks first. The big question is whether Celtic are willing to go toe-to-toe here, or whether this turns into another story of watching a player slip away while excuses get dressed up as strategy. The clock is ticking, and the market does not wait for anyone, not even the champions. What makes this one even more frustrating is that Sunday showed exactly what happens when you actually add quality. Tomas Cvancara comes in, barely 3 days in the door, and looks like he belongs. Julian Araujo, the same. Energy, intent, personality. Suddenly, Celtic look sharper, braver, more dangerous. That alone underlines how badly reinforcements are needed, especially in midfield, where too much of the burden still falls on Calmac to do absolutely everything. Martin O'Neill didn't sugarcoat it after Hearts. When asked about numbers, about whether 3 or 4 more could arrive, his answer was short and telling. He said, they definitely need people in. Not maybe, not ideally. Definitely, that's a manager who knows the squad is stretched thin and the season is balanced on a knife edge. And let's be honest for a moment, while Celtic are trying to strengthen properly, Rangers will be watching from across the city, hoping indecision does the job for them. They don't need to improve if Celtic stand still. That's the danger. This week is massive. Utrecht in Europe, Falkirk in the league, and a transfer window that could define everything. So here's the uncomfortable question you need to answer. Should Celtic just pay the €3 million and get Felix Horn Meyer done now? Or are we once again going to look back in May wondering how a clear midfield need was ignored while rivals laughed and cashed in? Hit that subscribe button to the channel and help us reach 1,700 Celtic fans.